Hi, my name is Diane. I'm an artist, I'm a teacher, and I'm a member of Trinity Episcopal Church in Boonville. Today I'm going to talk to you about being an Episcopalian and being a member of Trinity Church. I believe that one of the great messages of Jesus was to be inclusive. He reached out to all kinds of people who were ostracized in his society. The Episcopal Church welcomes and accepts everyone, no matter your ethnicity, your race, your gender, your marital status, or your sexual orientation. We are all children of God. We ordain women as well as men because we believe that God made us all and speaks to all of us. Our liturgy or worship service is communion-centered. For me, this is important because it gives me an opportunity to ask forgiveness and forgive, and to receive the body and blood of Christ. This allows me to make a fresh start every week, and it gives me the strength and the courage to do whatever I need to do in the week ahead. As Episcopalians, we are encouraged to use our minds and our hearts to interpret the Scripture. We are encouraged to think for ourselves. We are socially and environmentally conscious, and we honor all of God's creation. There are many reasons to come to Trinity Church. Many people are drawn to Trinity because of its phenomenal music program. We have a fabulous coffee hour at Trinity, and no one will ever go hungry at Trinity Church. Many of us are artists, musicians, teachers, and small business people. We love animals, and we have a great sense of humor. For me, Trinity Church is my family. I came to Boonville because of a job, and I really didn't know anybody here. And I don't have a lot of family, biologically speaking. So Trinity has been there for me in my hour of need so many times. One example of this is the story of my dog, Lily. I adopted Lily as a rescue about 2 years ago. She'd been abused, and she was scared of everyone and everything. I had had her about a week, and she was still afraid of me, and she didn't know her name, and I had her out walking on leash, and I bent over to pick up after her, and I must have loosened the lead, and she got spooked and she ran off. And I tried to run after her, but I couldn't catch up with her. I immediately called my friends at Trinity, Angus and Maureen, and they dropped what they were doing and they came out to search with me until it got dark. The next morning, I took a half day off from work and I went out on the trail to find Lily. And my Trinity friend Heidi happened to have the morning off from work, and she has a very demanding work schedule, and she took her time and spent 2 or 3 hours walking the trails with me. And still we couldn't find any Lily. And I know I prayed more that week than probably almost any other week in my life. And I know that all the people at Trinity were praying with me. It meant the world to me that they were there. There were also a lot of people in the community who helped. My friend Sheila did posts and shared posts and went out driving around trying to find Lily. Amanda at the Search and Rescue came out and helped me also. There were many, many people who helped me. I went out every night after school. It was cold and wet snow and rain and just miserable out, and I walked from the minute I left school until it got dark and I couldn't walk any longer. By Friday, I still hadn't found her, and I got home that night and I was just totally exhausted mentally and physically. And I prayed and I said, how much longer can I keep this up? So I decided that I would work through the weekend trying to find her, and if I couldn't find her by Monday, I was going to have to abandon the search. And as I was praying, the phone rang. And I picked it up, and this lady I'd never seen before or heard of before was on the phone, and she says, I don't want to get your hopes up, but my husband was walking his dogs and he heard a small dog barking. And then she said, he has to work in the morning but he'll come out with his friend at noon and they will search for the dog. So I spent a sleepless night and I tried to wait until noon to meet them, but by 10 a.m. I couldn't stand it anymore and I went out on the trail. And as I was walking, I heard a small dog barking. So I went out into the woods where I heard the barking, and then the barking stopped and I couldn't find her. But when I came out of the woods, I saw where the man had marked the trail, and it was near where I had gone into the trail. So Bob and Dan showed up about noon, and after an hour and 20 minutes of searching, I hear voices saying, "Hey Diane, we've got something for you." And they were carrying Lily, and she was cold and hungry and scared, but she was alive. Here's Lily 2 years later. As you can see, she's doing much better, and I can never thank all the people who helped me, Bob and Dan especially. I do believe that the power of prayer helped bring Lily home to me, and being part of a community of faith gave me the strength to continue. And I also know if this story didn't have a happy ending, I would have been devastated, but my friends at Trinity would have been there to comfort and support me. So please join us next week. We're going to do another Facebook post, and please stop by Trinity 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, and you can meet all these great people. Have a great week.